Okay, let's dive in. Welcome, everyone. Today we're doing something specific. We're taking just one source, a single CoinMarketCap page.
Yep, frozen from June 8th, 2025.
Exactly. And our mission is simple. Cut through the noise, pull out the key insights for you. We want to understand the snapshot it gives, right, of the crypto world on that one day.
And it's fascinating how, looking closely, really closely, at just one page like that, it can reveal trends, connections, things you definitely miss just scrolling through headlines.
Totally agree. It's about seeing the whole picture on one screen, not just bits and pieces. And, okay, first thing that jumps out right near the top, this headline. China's capital details process for liquidating seized digital assets under Beijing model. Guest post by ETH News.
Right, and the fact that a headline like this even exists on June 8th, 2025, that tells you a lot. First, the term Beijing model, right? That suggests a very specific, maybe even state-approved approach.
A formal system, yeah.
Exactly. But the really crucial part is details process for liquidating seized digital assets. It implies, well, it states, that assets are being seized. That's happening. And more than that, authorities are figuring out the nuts and bolts, the how. How do we actually, liquidate these things, convert them?
So it's moved beyond just taking them to actually managing them institutionally.
Precisely. It suggests a level of formalization, maybe not seen everywhere else at that time, a structured approach.
Wow, okay, so that's a big piece on top-down control. But like you said, this single page, it's not just about regulation, is it?
Not at all. It's a real cross-section.
It shows the whole crypto landscape all happening at once.
Yeah, different facets, different activities all buzzing on the same day.
Okay, so shifting gears from that formal structure. Look at this one. Ripple's XRP price volatility and market insights, June 2025.
And this just highlights that, alongside these big regulatory discussions, a huge part of the market focus is still squarely on, well, the bread and butter. Price action charts, sentiment for major coins like XRP.
The technical analysis side of things.
Exactly. Support levels, resistance, market psychology. It shows that kind of traditional analysis is running right alongside these big government moves.
Right. And speaking of market psychology, or maybe just high-stakes gambling, how about this one? James wins bold 40x BTC long, raises market risks again.
Yeah. This is the other end of the spectrum, isn't it?
Totally.
Pure speculation. I mean, a 40x long on Bitcoin, that's huge leverage. Extremely risky.
Amplifying everything, gains and losses.
Right. And seeing this headline on the same page as the Beijing liquidation process, it really underscores the duality. You've got calculated state action here and potentially reckless individual speculation over there.
And that speculation generates buzz, discussions about risk.
Exactly. Systemic risk discussions.
Okay, adding another layer now. News about a major stablecoin player. Tether CEO snubs IPO, says $515 B valuation is a bit bearish.
This one's interesting. It's direct insight, right, into how a key piece of the crypto plumbing sees itself.
From the CEO, Paolo Ardoino.
Yeah, the quote's apparently from June 7th, saying no IPO and calling, what, $500 billion?
$515 billion.
Calling that a bit bearish, especially when maybe competitors are going public.
Yeah.
It screams confidence. Or maybe just a totally different strategy. It suggests they see their role, their value, as potentially even bigger than that huge number.
Quite a statement about their scale and ambition captured right there.
Definitely.
And then, of course, you can't escape the wider economy. We've got crypto market awaits US CPI data release amid Fed speculations.
Yep. This shows how tuned in the crypto market is to traditional macro signals.
CPI, the inflation number.
Right. Consumer Price Index. The market's watching it because everyone's wondering, what's the Fed going to do?
Interest rates.
Exactly. Will they raise rates, lower them, hold steady? Because those decisions ripple out, affecting, liquidity, investor risk appetite.
Which flows right into crypto.
Absolutely. It shows that dependency.
Okay, and you always see predictions on these pages. Here's one. Altcoins that will explode in 2025. Why BlockDAG, Cosmos, Aptos, and EV are gaining serious ground.
Right. And the key thing here isn't just that they're predicting, but why these specific coins.
BlockDAG, Cosmos, Aptos, EV.
Yeah. The article apparently mentions real signals, ongoing development, expanding ecosystems.
So, based on fundamentals, supposedly.
It suggests that on this date, June 8th, 2025, there's a focus, at least in some corners, on tangible progress, ecosystem growth, not just pure hype.
Interesting. And then a reminder that things can go wrong, too. The last snippet here. SUI price prediction 2026 sees mixed sentiment after hack fallout.
Yeah. This shows the immediate impact of project-specific problems, a hack fallout.
This sounds like a security breach or something.
Probably. And for a specific project like SUI, an event like that can just instantly sour the mood.
Yeah.
It creates uncertainty about its future, its price, kind of separate from whatever the broader market is doing, impacts that one coin's path.
Okay, let's try and stitch this all together then. Just from one page, June 8th, 2025, we saw high-level government process stuff from Beijing.
Yep. Defining how to handle seized assets.
Down to individual traders making huge risky bets.
40x leverage. Yeah.
Corporate strategy from a stablecoin giant saying $500 billion is bearish. The whole market holding its breath for U.S. inflation data. Predictions about specific altcoins based on development.
Well, let us focus.
And finally, the fallout from a specific project's negative event, like a hack.
Exactly. It's all there simultaneously. That single snapshot shows the crypto world on that day was dealing with, well, all of it. Government action, wild speculation, big corporate talk, global economics, and the ups and downs of individual projects.
So thinking about this single page, this slice from June 8th, 2025, what does it really tell you, the listener, about trying to understand this space?
I think it hammers home just how many different forces are pushing and pulling, and they're connected. You can't just watch the price charts or only read the regulatory news or only track project updates.
You need the whole picture.
You really do. To get a real sense of it, you need to consider the regulations, the macro stuff, the specific project news, the market sentiment. This one page, even though it's just a tiny snapshot, forces you to see that whole spectrum interacting.
It's a really powerful reminder, isn't it, that it's always layered. We took one page, just one, and found, well, everything from state policy down to trader psychology.
And seeing them all together like that, side by side, it gives you a much richer view than just chasing one headline at a time.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's something for you to think about based on what we saw on that June 8, 2025 page. If you could only track one type of information from that snapshot, just one, would it be the regulatory moves, the market sentiment and speculation, the macroeconomic signals, or the project-specific news? Which one do you think would give you the single most crucial clue about what might happen next in crypto? And why?
That's it, yeah. That's a tough one. Definitely something worth mulling over.
It really is. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.